Hello and welcome to this edition of UCentral News. I'm Eden Jones.
And I'm Patrick Talbot. And tomorrow is the anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. After reviewing multiple weather forecasts, the memorial made the decision to move the remembrance ceremony inside. The ceremony will now be held inside First Church at 5th and Robinson. Admission into the museum will be free all day tomorrow.
That's right, and UCentral's Jonathan Richardson has some more information on the Oklahoma City Memorial. Here's what he found.
The Oklahoma City community comes together around this time every year to commemorate the lives lost in this tragedy. How does that affect UCO students who were very young at the time or may not even have been born?
It's also hard, growing up with it to remember.
Her mom worked in a hospital near the building and describes the day to the movie Pearl Harbor.
Has to mark people with her lipstick, and basically that lipstick mark is just like, this person's going to survive, we need to get them in. And so if they had that lipstick mark, they were taken care of. She equated it to that. She was like, there was just so much unpreparedness for something like this that it was just chaos, where she was working.
It makes your heart hurt a little bit more, especially when you see all of those chairs. When you see the chairs that are smaller than the others, you know that there were children that were lost, and it's really painful.
Family of the victims gain strength and comfort knowing their loved ones will never be forgotten.
The memorial, I think, was a very great first step. The upkeep of it has been very well, so they do continuously honor them by that.
A ceremony will take place at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow at First Church at 5th and Robinson. All 168 names will be read, including a moment of silence. But what are other things that can be done to help honor the victims?
More of a, network for it. They kind of press released it a little bit.
From Oklahoma City, I'm Jonathan Richardson, UCentral News.
Thanks, Jonathan. And a possible computer theft in the liberal arts building. UCentral received reports that a thief impersonated a student tech worker. Officials say they entered under the guise of needing to fix that computer, and a few moments later they walked away with the item. If you have any more information or any tips, you can report it to the Department of Liberal Arts.
And another candidate announced their run to fill the Senate seat. Ex-EPA head Scott Pruitt will run for U.S. Senate here in Oklahoma. The politician has a turbulent history. UCentral's Shannon Schwa has the story.
Former Environmental Protection Agency head Scott Pruitt filed to run for Oklahoma's open seat in the Senate. The 53-year-old Republican, who is a former attorney general and outspoken supporter of the energy industry, is seeking the seat of Jim Inhofe, who announced his resignation in February. While Pruitt was attorney general, he filed for more than a dozen lawsuits against the EPA and was later picked to lead the organization by former President Donald Trump. From Edmond, Oklahoma, I'm Shannon Chua, UCentral News.
Thanks, Shannon. And it certainly has been a windy past few weeks.
That's for certain. CJ, what's going on?
Well, that's right, you guys. It definitely has been very windy over the past couple weeks. It's been very cold as well over the past few days here in Oklahoma. You might have had to grab a jacket or something on your way to work or school. We've seen lows in the 40s up to the 30s as well. But we do have some warm weather that's going to be making its way through Oklahoma next week. But for right now, sitting here in Edmond, about 63 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Now, that wind is blowing northeast at about 15 miles per hour. It's not as heavy a wind as we've seen over the past couple of days. However, it is something to be aware of. We could see some gusts of at least 20 to 25 miles an hour with these winds. The humidity is sitting at about 30%, so overall not very humid outside, and it's feeling like 63. So overall, a very nice and cool day here in Edmond, Oklahoma. A perfect day to go outside and do some activity. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather headlines coming up for this week. We can expect warmer temps going through this week. We're going to see a dry lines with some warm air moving throughout Oklahoma going into the weekend this week. But we do have lots of storm chances this week as well with that warmer weather and that warmer air that's going to be coming through. That also is going to be bringing a lot of precipitation with it. So we could see a lot of showers and thunderstorms over the next couple of days here in Oklahoma. And we will see the winds start to increase as well. So that wind's going to get a little bit faster, blow a little bit harder. We could see some gusts up to 40 miles per hour coming into next week. But we will definitely be keeping an eye on the weather for you guys here at UCentral. But for right now, I'm going to toss it back to the desk.
Thanks, CJ. And an update on the latest involving the situation in Ukraine. Russia bombarded cities across Ukraine today, and officials say around 4 missile strikes killed at least 7 people. Reports of Russian forces regrouping troops to launch an offensive in the east have surfaced. Ukrainian forces continue to resist.
And investigators in Pittsburgh continue to search for multiple suspects involved in a shooting at a large party over the weekend. 2 teens were killed and several others were injured. Around 200 people attended the party, and if you have any information, you are encouraged to contact police. Take a listen.
I believe, based on the evidence so far, and this is still preliminary, that there was multiple shooters.
And the Biden administration is taking steps to ensure federal money goes towards supporting U.S. manufacturing as part of the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package. The new guidance issued today requires materials purchased be produced in the U.S. if they are available. There are rules in place if materials are unavailable here in the United States.
And the Earth Day Fair is back. UCO is hosting an Earth Day Fair around Bronco Lake Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tables featuring student groups, nonprofits, and City of Edmond offices will be featured at the fair. It is a free community event, and all are encouraged to attend.
And the Department of Fine Arts is showing their senior capstone exhibition. The exhibition will feature drawings, paintings, and ceramics, all made by the students. The exhibition will be free and open to the public. A reception will be held April 28th from 5 to 7:30, and you can view the gallery April 28th through May 6th.
And after the break, a UCO reporter is going to take an inside look into body dysmorphia and
CJ, what does the weather look like coming up this week?
Well, coming up for this week, we are going to see a lot of wet weather. However, we are going to see some warmer weather as well. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that 7-day forecast coming right up after this break. Stay tuned.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back. And UCentral's Kendall Walton recently visited the center to talk about gender nonconforming students experiencing body dysmorphia. Let's take a look.
UCO's BEG LQT Plus Center created the Mind the Bind event to help transgender and gender nonconforming students with body dysmorphia. The center received donated chest binders to give away to LGBT students and community members. The binders help flatten the chest to appear more androgynous.
We'll have at the center binders, chest binders for transgender, non-binary, genderqueer, and other students and community members who want to come in and find a binding size that fits them well, and also learn how to safely bind.
One UCO student used their practicum hours to help create the event in hopes of helping the community's needs.
So whenever I started here at UCO, I had always wanted there to be some kind of way to obtain binders safely and just make it financially reasonable. And I noticed that it was something that was very underserved and something that most people just didn't even think about. And so ever since then, I'd been hoping I would get an opportunity before I left to be able to make that change, especially within the community, and make more resources available.
The center also has a community closet open to students and community members. The closet offers professional wear for students ready to go out into the workforce.
There's a little background to it. So the beginning of this closet started in Dr. Churchill's office for trans students because they weren't able to find gender-affirming clothing. So it started there, and it has blossomed into something bigger, and the need for professional wear became more prevalent on campus. So now we are open to everyone.
The closet is located in Thatcher Hall and is available Monday through Thursday 10 to 6 and Friday 9 to 5. In Edmond, Kendall Walton, UCentral News.
Thanks, Kendall. And we're going to go ahead and toss it over to CJ so he can give us our full weather rundown for the week. CJ, what do you got for us?
Thank you, guys. It has been a very chilly week here for us in Oklahoma. We've had to bring out the jackets again, even when it's springtime. However, we are going to see some warmer temperatures as we go into the week, thank goodness. So let's take a look at our weather headlines coming up. We are going to see warmer temps as we're going to see a dry front move in through Oklahoma. It's going to bring some warmer air and some warmer temperatures for us. However, with that warmer air, we are going to see a lot of storm chances coming with it as that warm air meets that cool air. That's when that precipitation is going to form, and that makes those rain clouds. So we are going to be keeping an eye on that. However, we are going to see some more wind as well, so that wind is going to pick up going into this week and next week. Let's go ahead and take a look at current conditions around Oklahoma. And as you can see, it's pretty much all of the same. Most of Oklahoma feeling pretty chilly. Oklahoma City sitting at 61 degrees. Guymon up there in the north sitting at 55. You guys in the south, it's a little warmer for you guys down there. Altus, Ardmore, and Idabel sitting at 67, 68. So overall, a very chilly day here in Oklahoma. Might want to bring out a windbreaker or jacket if you're going outside planning on doing anything. For tonight here in Edmond, however, let's go ahead and take a look at the lows. It's going to be 43 degrees is going to be our low for tonight under partly cloudy conditions, and that wind as well is going to die down a lot. We're going to jump from 15 down to about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the humidity is going to come up just a little bit to about 40%. However, we aren't going to see many rain chances with that humidity spiking up. Rain chances will come later in the week. Let's go ahead and take a look at lows for the state coming up tonight. It's pretty much most of the same for the state up in the northern part of Oklahoma, northeastern Miami, sitting about 34 degrees, Tulsa 39. But here in the metro, sitting about 43 degrees. That's pretty much the story for the rest of the state, sitting around the mid 40s to high 30 mark. Let's go ahead and take a look at tomorrow's highs. And as you can see, it's going to get a little bit warmer here in Oklahoma. That warmer air is going to start making its way into tomorrow, and we're going to see temps start to rise. Oklahoma City sitting about 68. Guymon up there getting the heat, sitting about 80 degrees, and then southern Oklahoma as well. You guys are going to be sitting about 72, 73 as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at our daily forecast coming for you up here in Edmond. So tomorrow at 7 a.m., it's going to be a cool 43 degrees. We might have a few clouds in the sky. However, you might want to bring a jacket or something, maybe a little hat when you're going out tomorrow. It's going to be pretty gusty as well. Going into noon, however, it's going to be pretty fair outside, sitting about 61 degrees. So still a little chilly, but we are going to see some more warmth start to make its way around. And then going into 7 p.m., that's where we're going to see our warmest temperature of the day, about 66 degrees. But the clouds are going to start moving in from those storms, the storm system that's going to be moving in. So we are going to have a lot of cloud coverage tomorrow night. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 7-day forecast coming up real quick. And as you can see, going into the week, we are going to see a massive rise in temperatures, but going into tomorrow and Wednesday, that's where we're going to see those storm chances make their way around. When that warm air hits that cold air, that's when that precipitation can form. So we have a 20% chance Tuesday, 30% chance Tuesday night, 20% on Wednesday, and 20% Wednesday night as well. And then for the next couple of days, Thursday and Friday, we are going to have some warmer temperatures and some sunny skies. But then going into the weekend, we also do have some more chances for some storms as well as some severe weather risk along with those storms. So we will definitely be watching that pretty closely. However, it is going to warm up fairly significantly here in Oklahoma. That's all I have for weather right now. I'm going to toss it back to Patrick and Eden.
Thanks, CJ. And we will have more with Tyler with the Central music scene right after the break. Stay tuned.
things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hello and welcome to the Central Music Scene. My name is Tyler Lurch, and today I'm by my very good friend Lawson Show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Lawson's the part of Caustic, the local hardcore thrash band Caustic. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the band? Who is Caustic?
We're primarily a thrash metal band. We also like hardcore and death metal, and we just kind of throw our favorite aspects of all that in one mix and try and make it as catchy as possible. That's really all we're about.
Awesome. Well, I know in 2020 you guys released your album Caustic Death to pretty local critical acclaim. Everybody at shows loves it. Everybody I've talked to loves it. Why don't you talk about the new album that you guys have been writing?
The new album is going to be a little bit more extensive and in-depth. The writing's a little better. It's got a little better flow. And hopefully it'll build on Caustic Death a little better.
So is it kind of the same subject matter, or is it kind of heading in a different direction lyrically and musically?
I mean, we're just pissed, so it's developed a little bit, but it's generally stuff we're just pissed off about.
Okay.
You know, a lot of inner struggles seems to be the most consistent theme lyrically.
Okay. So, I know you guys have a show coming up on Tuesday. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? Who are you playing with and where are you playing
We're
at?
playing with Antipath, Maul, and Sledge. And I'm super excited to play with those guys. We played with Antipath once in Tulsa. They were sick. And then I've been listening to Maul since I've found Midwest Morning on Instagram, and they're insane. And Sledge is Oklahoma legends we haven't got to play with yet, so we're very excited.
Well, Lawson, would you mind playing a little riff for us from the new album?
Yeah.
Give the fans a little tease what they can expect?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, all right. Well, be sure to check out Caustic at the Sanctuary tomorrow night with Sledge. And back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Tyler. And after the break, Peyton Scott is going to give us an update on all things sports, so stay tuned.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Monday sports update. Spring football practices went in for the new look Broncos, and this Saturday they will host their annual spring game at Chad Richardson Stadium. They will host other events before the game starts to help fundraise the program as well, says Coach Doro.
That's going to be a big day for us. We're going to have our junior elite recruiting. It really kicks off at 10 o'clock in the morning. We have a free youth camp for 8th grade and below for 2 hours here. We're going to try to get a lot of those little people here and get them back for the game. And then we've got a lot of the alumni event going on that day, recruiting, and then we'll.
The spring game will start at 6 p.m. and have its own scoring system. It will be a very interactive event for those who attend, says Coach Doro.
Scrimmages, I think, will probably be a little unique. We're not going to have enough to do 2 offenses versus 2 defenses, like teaming up. So I've kind of got a unique point system that the defense can get points, offense can get points, and try to make it competitive and fun. We include the special teams, the kickers, the punters, the snappers, and the spring game we're going to try to make really interactive, a lot of giveaways, and we're going to do some tailgating and just try to hopefully build, like you said, culture, that pregame culture we want to try to get going this spring to carry into the fall.
Brighton Gilbert's third inning single produced the only run of the 1-0 nail-biting second game win that completed Central Oklahoma's home game doubleheader sweep of Rogers State Saturday afternoon in a showdown of top 10 teams. The number 10 ranked Broncos beat the number 2 ranked Hillcats 6-2 in the opener before Bailey McKidrick and Kaylee Lynch teamed up for a 4-hit shutout in the night game. UCO improves to 38-6 overall and 17-1 in MIAA play. Central Oklahoma came out with a 4-1 victory at Northwest Missouri Saturday to take the MIAA series 2-1 from the Bearcats. Central Oklahoma improves to 24-16 overall with the win, and the Broncos are now 16-11 in league play. UCO currently in 5th place in MIAA standings with 2 weeks left in the regular season, but the Broncos 1 game out of 2nd place. The NBA playoffs and on Sunday, the Atlanta Hawks won their 3rd straight game in the series after nearly blowing an 18-point lead into 108 victory for the Miami Heat on Friday. Oklahoma's very own Trae Young, 28 points. Kevin Huerter added 21 on Sunday night. The Phoenix Suns beat the New Orleans Pelicans 110-99 in Game 1 of their series behind Chris Paul's 30 points. Paul scored 19 of his 30 points during a brilliant 4th quarter scoring display. That's all I have for sports. Remember, for all the latest in UCO sports, go to Broncos.com. Back to Enid and Patrick at the desk.
Thanks, Peyton. And with severe weather potentially on the way as well as other thunderstorms, CJ will have one last look at weather coming up after the break.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back. To help ease the flow of traffic downtown, the OKC streetcar will offer free rides beginning tomorrow through Sunday. This is to help visitors with transportation around the area during the Festival of the Arts and the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon this weekend. You can find a service schedule online. We're going to toss it to CJ one more time for our last weather look.
Well, guys, we've had a pretty chilly week here in Oklahoma, but thankfully we do have some warmer weather on the horizon. But with that warmer weather, we also do have that risk for some storms as well. Let's go ahead and take one last look at our 7-day forecast for you. And going into tomorrow, that's when we're going to see some storm chances. So 20% chance tomorrow and 30 tomorrow night. And then going into Wednesday as well, another 20% chance for some precipitation. However, if you look down on Wednesday, that's when we're going to see that warmer weather start to emerge back into play here in Oklahoma. And then going into the weekend, we're going to see that warmer weather stick around. But on Saturday and Sunday, we do have some chance. This is for some thunderstorms and showers. And with those storms, they could be a little bit severe. So yeah, guys. Obviously a very warm and wet week ahead for us, but I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Thank you, CJ. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, this is the last Monday show we're going to do, so I just want to say thank you to Dr. Hill and everybody behind the scenes, and thank you to everybody up here. This has truly been an amazing experience. I can't wait to come back next semester with you guys and do this all again. I love every one of you guys. I love everyone back behind the scenes. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm not normally on the Monday crew, but I had to fill in for Jackson, and yeah, y'all are a great group, so it was really awesome to be able to do this with you guys.
Definitely a lot of fun. I definitely had a lot of fun this semester, especially with you guys working with such great people behind, and all the people in here in the studio with us that are running cameras who you can't see. Thank you guys, every single one of you. We couldn't have done it without you. This has been a very fun ride for me, especially this being my first time doing something like this.
For sure, yeah, same.
You know, learning from all of you guys and being able to just see you guys work has just been a blessing. And, you know, I'm just so thankful for this opportunity. And, you know, for next year, hopefully we build on something great.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And from all of us here at UCentral News, I'm Patrick Talbot.
I'm Eden Jones.
I'm CJ Craig.
I'm Peyton Scott.
Thanks for tuning in, and stay safe tonight, Broncos. Thanks again.